Hello YouTube viewers, RC enthusiasts. I'm here today to talk to you about the MCD Duox. This has been a 2-year racing planning and development car, 2 years in the making, and finally the first run of productions got released, and we're going to do an unveiling today of possibly the first one to ever hit Texas soil. Apologize, an unboxing is a little bit tight here in the RC trailer, so we've already unboxed it. We have installed some parts on it and checked some things out on it, but we're going to try to give you some close-ups. We have 2 cameras running. I'm going to try to do some editing and bring those into view for you. Try to do a little bit better on the lighting and the camera than my previous video. New to this, so we all got to learn. We all can't be as film editing savvy as Mr. Woogie Nitro, fellow Texas YouTuber. Check him out. Anyways, we here at Blue Groove Motorsports, we try to promote RC racing. Follow us on Facebook, check us out. Try to promote new vendors with new ideas, small vendors. Send me a PM if you're interested in helping out with the page, or sending some photos and things of your product. Want to post them on the page. If you have a racetrack, racing event, doesn't matter if it's RC truck pulling, oval racing, off-road racing, on-road racing. If it's inside the RC surface hobby, I'd be glad to help you try to get the word out. Anyways, without further ado, there it is, ladies and gentlemen. The MC Duox. This is a 2-wheel drive on-road car built to fit within the rules of IFMAR in the European circuit, and ROAR in the US circuit. There may be some others. This car comes as a roller, no motor, no pipe, no tires, I should say a slider, and no body. All those parts are extra. It does come with the 4-wheel disc brakes as you see it. The future models will come with the foam bumper. This being the first run, those weren't available yet. There is a Audi body, a BMW body, and soon to come the Nissan GTR. So check those out. Check out Cardinal Racing. Talk to Mir and see what he can do for you. I'm going to give this car a turn so that the other camera can see it. And I know you guys are probably anxious to see a whole view of this car. There's been pictures online, on Facebook, on YouTube, but any more would not hurt. Some of y'all have been waiting to see this car. My pipe is just sitting on there, so I'm going to pull it off so that y'all can see that. Blue Groove Motorsports will be developing some new parts for this. To note, one thing that I did find out is that the servo tray for the 4 servos is a little bit narrow for some servos. The Futaba A-700 servos that I've picked out for this particular build, they are too wide to fit in there. There will need to be about 15 thousandths aside need to be trimmed off of that. That's why this panel's off. It does have the servo dray panel. The car does come with a fixture to fit the pistons in the shock. That does come included in the kit. We will be doing a video soon on some of the 5th scale tools that I use that might be helpful as a rundown for some of you others out there. I did not see too many tool videos. Recently was the first one I seen. Greg Tony did a very good tool review on what he uses, and I'll run down what I use. Also, some of it will be repeats of his, and some of it will be an expansion of what I use. Also, we're going to try to do a video on binding the servos to the radio. Yes, I said binding the servos, programming the servos to the radio to be able to use the Futaba S-bus link, and that allows you to take a 7px and get full potential out of the 7 channels available, because most receivers are only 4 channel. But if you use Futaba servos with the S-bus link technology, you can program those servos to the S-bus link. If you run Futaba 7px and want to run telemetry, if you use all Futaba brand telemetry, you can run those through the S-bus link and not tie up your radio channels. And in order to do that, you need to, for lack of a better word, the ID of the telemetry or servo you're going to use has, for lack of a better word, an IP address labeled with inside its electronics, and you label that, you program that IP address into your radio so that it knows where it's going, and then you're able to use just the S-bus link. And this also helps with wiring when you're running very powerful servos that you're going to run direct power. You need to be running direct power off of your battery, whether you're running a LiPo, whatever battery you're running. You need to be running direct power to the high drain servos, not through your receiver. Your receiver is only going to be able to put out a maximum of 6 volts, but it won't get the amp draw. It doesn't have enough power in the connection or the receiver to run the amp draw of the high drain servos. So people are running servo direct power, and there's several different ways to do it, but the S-bus link definitely cleans up the wiring and allows you to run direct power to those a little easier. So we're going to go over some of that, because I did not see a video on S-bus link except for what was related to the airplane, which is very similar, but the surface guys and car guys may want to learn a little bit more about the S-bus link and see about using that more and more to get full potential out of the 7px and of course the new 10px. The downfall of that is that you do need to be running Futaba brand servos, which in a sense there's nothing wrong with those. They're very, very good servos, but yes, they are a little bit pricier than your high-techs and other servos. But here's the car. There does need to be a overflow tank put onto this for the new rules. I don't believe they are out yet. I know FG Supply over in California has one available. He's out of stock of them about as soon as he got the first batch in, so hopefully he'll be getting another batch of those in, and maybe we can put one of those on there. We're waiting on MCD to come out with theirs. This card also does not come with a clutch, so you have to choose your clutch. Lauterbacher is one of the clutches that MCD recommends. There's some other clutches, the Turax and the Mecatech, and I'm still a little bit on the fence about what I'm going to run that away. PMT tires are available for this car, so are the GRPs. Haven't decided exactly on tire selections until I get it out of the track. I'm hoping to take this out to RCRCNT in Burleson, Texas, and do a little shakedown on this car and see what the two-wheel drive on-road scene out there is all about. Texas 5 is one of the clubs that promote that class out there at RCRCNT in Burleson, Texas, and I'm hoping to meet those guys and let them see this car and run some gas and some laps over there. Anyways, I don't want to make this too long and boring. I'm going to do a couple roll arounds here, try to do you guys justice on some editing, and quite possibly, again, as I said, quite possibly this is the first MCD Duox in Texas, and we'll be glad to see this thing making a little noise this spring and running some laps. Thank you, Blue Groove Motorsports, checking out, and appreciate all you guys' support, and we'll be trying to see if we can get some more content and some more improving on the content as we go along. Thank you.